Yo, what's up guys, how's it going today? You know, my name's Rick. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, if you just ran into my channel, my name's Rick. I'm a welding fabricator. I like building gates. I like welding cool shit. You know, if you're into that kind of stuff, stick around. Hit the like button, the subscribe button. If you can, hit the bell button for upcoming videos. And yeah, today basically what we're gonna talk about, paperwork. What paperwork to carry when you're gonna go do an estimate. You know, it's a hot day today. Normally it's been cold around this time in California, Southern California. Yesterday it's been hot. So I decided to just chill for a little bit and make this quick video for you guys. Basically in this video, what we're gonna be talking about, what paperwork to carry with you when you're gonna go bid on some jobs, when you're gonna go visit a client in their house or in the company, wherever you're going. What things to carry with you. You know, there's been times where I go do an estimate or whatever for a customer that I don't know, obviously, because you're gonna run into new people. You know, you're gonna run into new people. You're gonna go visit people that you never met before, and you know, your first impression, that's very important. You know, you always gotta look as professional as you can. All right guys, so obviously when you go to a customer's house or to a customer's company job site, you don't want to go empty-handed. There's been situations where there's been times where I go to a customer's house and, you know, I go do an estimate or whatever, and they tell me like, oh yeah man, I had two other guys come by, and you know, they come like with nothing, just their tape measure and their little paper, write down the measurements, and they expect to get the deposit, and you know, you don't know if they're gonna come back, the customer tells me, right? So a lot of people in this industry, in this business, you know, they make us look bad, us the good workers, you know, they make us look bad. So you always got to be as professional as you can, because there's a lot of people that don't trust, you know, that don't trust you. So you got to be as professional as you can, look as professional as you can. Like I said, first impression is what matters, and matters the most. So I'm gonna show you guys what I carry when I go do estimates. Because yeah, they told me like, oh yeah man, I had two other guys come, and they had nothing, no paperwork, no drawings, nothing to show, you know. So I'm like, okay. So, you know, you always want to carry this stuff. You know, my uncle Jerry, he's the one that put me up on game. He's the one that taught me how to do all this, and you know, I'm just following his footsteps, you know. So let me show you. So right here in this folder, I have basically, I carry my receipts. In this folder, I carry my receipts for the material that I'm buying. So that's that. I always like to carry receipts on my folder, because the customers, they're looking, you know, so it looks good, you know. So I carry my receipts. You know, I go to Los Alamitos Ornamental Supply. That's where I get my material. Shout out to Los Alamitos Ornamental Supply. They're a really good, reliable shop. They always got everything, you know, very, very good affordable prices. Even though material is going up, they still got good prices, you know. So any iron worker or anybody like that, go check them out. And yeah, so that's one thing that I keep my receipts right here. In this folder, I also carry my book. In this book, I basically, this is where I just write the measurements, you know, of the gates, how big they are, the width, the height, you know. This is where I write all that. You know, I write the measurements, and I also write the city of where the estimate is, because there's times where the book is all written and you go do so many estimates that you get lost, like, hold on, which one was which? And you know, that door could have measured the same as the other door, a little bit bigger, you know. So you're gonna think it's that one when it's not. So you always want to put the city or whatever, you know. It depends on how busy you are. If you're not really busy, okay, you're gonna know your page. But if you're busy and you're just doing estimates, you know, left to right, you gotta write down the city so you won't get lost in your own book. So this is the composition book that I carry. You know, this is where I write my estimates. You got my receipts. You know, another thing you want to have when you go do your estimates, you want to have business cards. You know, you want to have business cards because, well, in my business cards, you gotta, there's just some business cards where you just have the front, but my business cards, I have something in the front and something in the back. And in the back, you basically just have my phone number, my email, my address, and my Instagram, so they could take a look at some of my work. This is actually very cool because some people, like I said, some people don't know what you're doing. Some people don't know you're just gonna go take their money. So I have my Instagram right here, you know. So if you haven't followed me yet on Instagram, check me out, Portugal's Ironworks. And yeah, for my clients too, this is where they go take a look at this is where they go take a look at my work. And yeah, so always keep business cards, you know, so you could present yourself, tell them your name, what you do, give them a business card, tell them you have your Instagram so they can take a look at it. And yeah, man, you want to be as professional as you can when doing estimates. All right, so remember, keep that in mind. Always have business cards, you know. Give them a few, you know, in case they have friends or family members that are also looking for some type of work, wrought iron work. In my situation, you know, I that's what I do. All right, guys. So here you have my folder. These are the invoices, the receipts that they give you in the material shop. As you can see, that's my name, Ricardo Portugal. I wasted right there $1,122 on material, you know, so you always want to keep that for your records, you know. This is my estimate book. We're not gonna be needing that. I already showed you guys. That's just where I write my measurements or whatnot. Here we have a book, Ramcast. This is another material supply store. I actually have a few from some other spots too as well. Commercial Steel and Tube in the city of Compton. This is in the city of Southgate, Ramcast. They're both down Alameda Street. Two different supplies stores, but they're both very reliable. Shout out to both of them as well. You know, I be all over town. I go to Los Alamitos, I go to Ramcast, Commercial Steel and Tube, but my go-to store is Los Alamitos Ornamental Supply Store. So basically, I like to keep these books. Why? Because it basically shows you everything that they sell. It shows you basically the customers are asking for some special kind of designs or a custom gate, or you know, this is basically if you're looking for a motor in your gate. This is basically what I have, because in if you're in my position, you're gonna need all this to run your ornamental business, and you know, to have something to show to your customers. You know, this is all nice little designs. You have your bird nest on top, you have your swirls, you know, all these you can make them yourself, but these little things right here, you will have to order them. Unless you have the skills to do them, then go ahead. But you have all these kinds of stuff that you can show your customers, you know, all kinds of pickets. What kind of flat bar are you gonna be using? Is it gonna be hammered down? Is it gonna be a hammered round bar? You know, you got all types of things right here to show your customers. So that's very important for you to keep things like this, so you can always show them and they can always make up their mind. So this is another book for the other supply store. Same things, you know. But in this book, it shows you some things that this book doesn't have. That's why I like to carry them both. You know, a sliding bolt, a gate latch, you know, fire release windows, the foot release windows, single lock box, double lock box, you know, caps. You know, all this is things that the customers want to see when you're gonna be building their gate. You know, another thing that's very important, your proposal book. Your proposal book is very important. That's the book that you sign with the customer, and that's the book that you're basically gonna write down what you're gonna build. And that's what I did for this job that I'm currently working on. Alright guys, so right here you have your proposal book, you know. So basically what you do right here, you basically just fill out everything that you're gonna do, you know. You have the gates right there that I'm currently building. As you can see, I drew them out right here. You're basically gonna be putting down what kind of material you're gonna be using. This is gonna be the sliding gate. It's gonna have a hook lock. I'm gonna be using 1.5 inch square tubing all around. It's gonna be builded, painted, and installed. 5/8 pickets. It's gonna have the bird nest. 1.25 inch flat bar. That's gonna be the designs. You know. So that's all you gotta do. You know, be specific. Then you go down here. You put the date. Then he signs and you sign. And you know, your proposal book is very important because, well, you don't want to have a customer say that he did this when you did that. And honestly, it's very beneficial for you to have a proposal book. This book is very important. You know, this book, you get it off of Amazon. That's where I get them from. I don't want to go looking for them from store to store, you know. I'd rather just do it quick on Amazon. That's where I get it. It helps, you know, in case a customer wants to say that that's not the design you picked. You know, my last job, I had a customer tell me that so we had a conversation, you know, on Facebook or whatever, and I'm not gonna say no names or nothing like that, you know. I'm gonna just say what happened, you know. The proposal book is for situations like this. You know, it happened to me. I had a customer tell me that the design that she picked, it's not that one, you know. But on Messenger, on my Facebook, thankfully I still had the messages, and you know, whatever. Her husband came to the house. I talked to her, you know, over Facebook or whatever, and I sent her a couple pictures, you know, and I was very specific about what I'm gonna be doing to the gate, and whatever. She was like, okay, whatever. So she had her husband come down, cash me out for the material, you know, deposit, and you know, I guess he knew what was going on or whatever. I guess he didn't know. I thought he did. So I drew it out in my invoice. He seen it. I guess the wife did not tell him how the gate was going to be. So when I drew it out, he was like, okay, whatever. He signed it, gave me the money, I built it. I was sending him pictures, but I don't know, for some reason he didn't show the wife. Yeah, anyways, so I built the gate. I went to go install it. The guy, I said, once I was installed, the guy wasn't there. You know, once it was installed, I sent him a picture. Very cool guy, you know. He was a very cool guy. So I sent him a picture, and he got there and he told me that his wife said that that's not the design that she asked for. And I was like, what do you mean that's not the design she asked for? She asked for this design, you know. I have it in the invoice. And whatever, you know. I told him that I talked to his wife on Facebook, and I sent her some pictures or whatever, and the guy was like, oh, you still have the messages? Thankfully I did have the messages, you know. So I showed the guy the messages, you know. He called his wife, and he read the messages, you know, that I told him how it's gonna be, that I told her how it was going to be, and she said okay. So I charged her this much, I did this, you know, and she didn't want to pay me, you know, she didn't want to pay me, and she didn't want to pay me, and yeah, the husband told her like, hey man, well, he has it on Facebook that, well, he's telling you what he was going to do, he's telling you what he was going to do to the gate, and you said okay, and he has it on the invoice, and I signed it, so the guy did his job, you know, we have to pay him, you know. But anyways, he gave me the phone so I could talk to her. She started screaming at me, and you know, that's not cool, you know, for us to get screamed at when we're doing our job, you know. We just installed it, we want to get paid and go on to the next job. But she gave me a bit of a hard time, so you know, she wasn't trying to pay me or whatever. She was telling her husband not to pay me because that's not the design she asked for. And anyways, you know, I got a bit pissed off, you know. But if you don't get paid, you're gonna have to take the doors down, take them with you, you know. You don't work for free here, you know. So that's what I did. That's what I was about to do. I turned my generator on, I popped my tools out. The guy told his wife, you know what, the guy's mad, he's gonna take the doors. And yeah, the guy ended up paying me, you know. But that's why you always want to have things like this, you know, your invoice for situations like that. It happened to me, it could happen to anybody. So you can have something to back you up, you know. Your messages, if you're messaging her, you know, it's always good to save them, messaging your customer. So that's something that I always keep in my book. That's something that is very beneficial for you and for your, if you're going to be starting off your welding business like me. In this book, basically in the folder, I also carry pictures of some of my work. I carry pictures. I carry some designs, you know, I carry some designs so the customers can see, you know. And yeah, you always want to carry this kind of stuff so you can look as professional as you can. And you know, estimates, I don't charge for the estimates, you know, but you gotta go presentable and look like you're charging, you know, act like you're charging. Somebody that will be charging is obviously gonna be doing this and that, you know, but we don't charge, but you obviously gotta do the most to get the job, you know. And something that I carry with me as well, that's gonna be probably beneficial to you guys, is if you go to your local Sherwin-Williams store, they got a catalog about colors, of all the colors. You know, a lot of customers ask me that they want to gauge the color of their house. So there you go, I pop this out, you know, and they be surprised because I'm young, and I'm ready, you know, I'm young, I'm ready, and they be surprised, like, whoa, you know, like, wow, the other guy came, he had none of that, and he was older than you, and look at you, how old are you, 26, wow, you know, so that means a lot, you know, and it makes me feel good, you know, and I came a long way from back in the day, you know, so, yeah, you know, this is very important as well. You always want to carry this and carry whatever what I just showed you from the folder. Run to your local material supply store, get a catalog of all the stuff they sell, so you could have something to show. Go to your nearest printing supply store and get your business cards going, you know, with your Instagram, with your Facebook. Get your catalog, get your shit going, man, you know. If you're new to my video, I hope you guys learned something, and don't be scared to go out there, you know, by yourself, you know, like I was, you know, because when I really started doing this shit by myself 3 years ago, 2 years and a half ago, I was scared, you know, and I was scared, you know, I wasn't ready. I'm not a people person, you know, so it was hard for me, but hey, man, you gotta snap out of it and do what you gotta do for you, for your fans, and you know, but more especially for you. So if you like what you seen today, hopefully you guys give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and the bell button for upcoming videos. And until next time.